Critter Protectors, Mr. Jim here, and welcome to Kids Animal Stories, a place where there's always a mystery and adventure around every single corner. If you love critters of all shapes and sizes, I need you on our Critter Protector team. Join our adventure as we learn about critters from around the world and in our backyards. Well, my friends, are you ready for today's adventure? Me too! Let's go!
On the last episode, we met Vienna, the fairy shrimp, who had only ever lived in her tiny to us, but to her it was a city in a small pond. She spent most of her time eating bits of algae and swimming around with her friends. Did you know that fairy shrimp live a pretty short life of only 91 days? They live during the wet, rainy seasons and are gone by the dry summer heat. These tiny critters can go a lifetime without being noticed. Vienna had just finished an exciting feast of bioluminescent algae, which... Time out, do you remember what bioluminescence means? Oh yes, a creature that produces light, kind of like a firefly. When her whole world was stomped on, oh dear, waves went everywhere. A hiker sent water flying as his boots splashed into her home. When he passed and all was safe, Vienna couldn't help but wonder what it was like outside of her pond. Days passed and Vienna grew more and more curious about the outside world. Then, one day she overheard a group of dragonfly nymphs talking about a magical waterfall not too far from them. Vienna's heart skipped a beat. Could it be possible? Were there other critters like her in the world, but outside of the pond?
That's it. I've got to figure out how to get out of this town and explore the rest of the world.
She swam up to the dragonfly nymphs and asked them about the waterfalls.
Oh, it's real, all right, said one of the nymphs. But it's very dangerous. Only the bravest creatures venture anywhere near it.
The nymphs were a little bit fired up talking about this mysterious wonder. They were just excited about thinking about it. Vienna didn't care how crazy it sounded to search for it. She had to see the waterfall for herself. She swam off towards the direction of the nymphs had pointed, determined to find this magical waterfall.
I might be smart, but that won't stop me.
She hummed a little tune to herself and kept on swimming. As she swam further away from the safety of her pond, Vienna began to notice the water getting murkier and the plants getting scarce. She realized she had swam right up the bank and into a small stream. If she were any bigger, there's no way she would have been able to squeeze through the little water passages. As the water got shallower and shallower, she began to hear a loud buzzing sound. As she looked to her right, she saw a dragonfly flying up beside her.
Hey there, little fairy shrimp. What are you doing way out here?
The dragonfly asked.
I'm looking for the magical waterfall,
Vienna replied. The dragonfly shook her head.
It's not safe. You need to turn back before it's too late.
But Vienna was pretty determined.
I'll have to see it for myself. I need to know what's out there.
Well then, at least let me come with you. I'll keep you safe.
Together, Vienna and the dragonfly ventured further into the unknown. The water was murkier now, and Vienna could feel the pollution beginning to affect her. She swam on, determined to see this magical waterfall. Suddenly, she saw it in the distance. The water was crystal clear, and the plants were thriving. The only problem was, bonk, she hit the very end of the murky water. There wasn't even a drop left ahead of her, and so she was stuck. Vienna's heart froze, and she started to panic. "Help!" she cried. The dragonfly was quite a bit ahead of her at this point, quickly circled back.
Oh my! This is quite the predicament!
They both sat in silence. Vienna was desperate for any ideas to help her out.
I've got it! Just jump on! You can't be that heavy, and if I move quickly, you'll be back in the water in no time.
Vienna didn't have many other options, so she wiggled every single arm she had and crawled onto the dragonfly's back. The dragonfly flew so fast towards the waterfall and plopped her in.
Thank you. I don't know what would have happened to me without you.
That's what friends are for,
the dragonfly said. As Vienna looked around, she was amazed. The water was crystal clear. The waterfall crashed down with rainbows she'd never even seen before. An entire city of new fairy shrimp hustled and bustled below the water's surface. This place was even better than she imagined. Vienna made new friends and told them about her little pond and the bioluminescent algae. When the rain came again, Vienna and her new friends were able to swim back to her little city. She couldn't help but wonder what other treasures lay hidden in the world beyond her home, and she was excited for her next big adventure. Even though this is the end of our story about Vienna the fairy shrimp, I think this new brave adventure of hers shows us that this may be the end of our story, but it's only just the beginning of the amazing adventures that lie ahead for Vienna and her friends. The end.
Great job, you listened all the way to the end, and it's time for some Critter Protector shoutouts. These kids are getting their Critter Protector badges in the mail. Woohoo! I want to say hey to Ayla and Braden from Illinois, Weston from Colorado, Rafi and Ozzy from Michigan, Samuel from Missouri, and Isla from Colorado. I'm so glad that you're all on the Critter Protector team. We could not protect all the critters in the world and in our backyards without you, my friends. Well, you have a great day, my Critter Protectors, and I'll see you on our next adventure. Bye!